We are making white carrot cake, also called Lo Bak Go in Cantonese. This is my mother. She will be our chef today. This is very common in dim sum and Hong Kong and Cantonese cuisine. So let's get started. So what are the ingredients we're using?
We will use 1 bag of rice flour, which is about maybe like a pound. And then we need 3 pounds of Daikon, white carrot.
And where can you get that?
You can get it in Cup Foods or Chinese grocery stores. Right. There's a lot of natural food grocery stores, they would have that too.
Okay.
And then we are soaking, preparing some dry shrimp, small tiny shrimps, and we have some dry scallops, which is optional. If you don't have it, you don't need it. Mm-hmm. We have Chinese sausage, 2 pieces, and then we have some spam. Since I have some spam leftovers, then I use less Chinese sausage and then use some of the spams.
All right. So most of these things we can get at the regular grocery store, right?
Right.
Like a Cup Foods.
Yes.
Everything, even like the Chinese sausage and the rice flour?
Yes, yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, it's very popular these days.
The dried scallops, sometimes you have to go to a Chinese grocery store to find those. These are a little more expensive, so it's optional, not necessary. Also, green onion is or spring onion is a common item.
Just make it taste better.
Just regular onion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just a really small onion.
Not a regular onion, they call it a shallot.
Oh, a shallot. Okay. Yeah, so these give a nice flavor to it. So basically, what are we going to do? We're going to chop this up, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to incorporate these.
Yeah.
And then boil it all together.
Yeah.
And then it steams normally, but today we're going to do an Instant Pot.
Yeah.
Okay, to do the steaming portion. Awesome. I mean, some people know how to peel. I might not.
Just use a peeler and peel. So,
all right.
Okay, now that after I slice it into very thin slice, okay, then I'm going to cut it into strips, tiny, tiny, tiny strips. So you can shred it if you like, but I like cutting it into tiny strip, half of them, and then half of them shredded. Then it makes it, the texture is a little bit better. When you eat it, you can eat the pieces of the daikon, versus if you shredded it, it all melted into your mouth and you don't feel the texture.
It gets a little mushy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's how you make it a little bit better. To do it this way. A little bit more work, but it gives you a better texture.
Okay, but if you wanted to shred it, you could just do that, right?
You can shred all of them too. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna shred this piece of daikon. Most people don't have shredders, but they have cheese graters. So this is the thicker part of a cheese grater, so the holes are much bigger. So don't use the fine stuff that you might use for Parmesan, but use the thicker stuff you might use for, I don't know, mozzarella or whatever. So you just basically take it after it's been peeled, and you just slice it through. Can you stay zoomed in? Okay. So as you can see that it kind of gets a little mushy, but it's a lot easier to shred. And that's it. So here we have the cut daikon, and then here's the shredded daikon. So we also have all of our other ingredients mise en place. What are we using this for?
You want to save the
shrimp water.
Yeah, and
the
scallop water for cooking the daikon.
To boil it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have flavor, right?
Okay.
Save the...
how long do you soak these for?
Probably a couple hours.
Okay.
This especially the dry scallop.
Okay.
Shrimp probably half hour to an hour would be fine.
Okay.
Depending on how big your shrimps are. Mine is very small this time, so I soak it for half hour would be good enough. Yeah.
All right.
And so for the green onion, you want to save the dark green part for the top. When you finish the cake, then that kind of put some green color into it, so it makes it a little bit more decorative and colorful.
All right. So we took the scallops and we put it in the blender to make the pieces even smaller. So we broke it up earlier, right?
Yeah, right.
And then now we just want to make it smaller.
I just didn't like it. It's too big pieces.
Okay.
So I want to make it smaller. Cook. So you're going to turn the...
So you have a big wok.
Yep. And we're going to ventilation.
What happens if you don't have ventilation?
Oh, then you just have more grease in your house.
Since it's louder, that's louder. You might need
Too
to
loud?
talk. No. Since it is, you might need to talk louder. Just in general. What kind of oil did we add?
I use avocado oil.
Okay.
Because it's better for frying.
Okay.
Okay.
So frying the meats. So I think I asked you earlier, what if you are a vegetarian, right?
Yep.
And you don't want to use any of these meats?
Yeah.
Then you can just
Skip the meat.
do whatever. Yeah. So you can really customize this how you like. This is just the standard Cantonese style. And remember, we're saving those dark greens for the garnish on the top. And then we add the scallops. And then we add the shrimp.
Okay. You saute it.
For about how long?
Until you see it's brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're also going to use chicken stock at some point. Again, if you're a vegetarian, you can also use vegetable stock. This is just for added flavor. Alternatively, you can just use water and add some salt for extra flavor as well. But my mom doesn't like adding salt, not from the chicken stock. So this is about what it should look like when it's been brown. So that's been about 5 minutes, give or take.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
You see the steam coming up. Then we're going to season. Right? We want to use white pepper. White pepper is not as strong as the black pepper, so it's up to you. If you like the stronger flavor, you can use the black pepper. I like the white pepper taste, so I added a little bit more. If you don't like it that much, then you don't have to. And then we'll add a little bit of salt. Now, you don't have to do too much because I have Spam in it this time. Spam is pretty salty, so you don't need to put a whole lot of salt. And then put a pinch of soy sauce to kind of add a little bit more flavor to it. Since we already have a lot of ingredients that are pretty sweet, we don't really need to put a whole lot. Okay? And then add
That was sugar.
Just a little bit. Add a pinch of a little bit of
Is that honey?
Sesame oil.
Oh, sesame oil.
Yeah, sesame oil. Okay, that's good enough for sauteing this.
All right.
Okay?
So we take it out. Why are we taking it out?
Because now we are going to cook the Daikon. Wok again. You don't have to rinse it because it's just, the same thing afterwards. We are going to put it back in. So we're going to put some oil, maybe 2 tablespoons. Then we're going to take the Daikon and let the oil heat up a little bit. Okay, just add it in. This is the one that we cut. This is the one that we shred. See, you see the shred ones are much more smushy. So it doesn't give you that texture. So some people like it that way. I like it a little bit more texture. When you eat it, you can feel the white carrots in the pit.
Otherwise, it just kind of fuses with the rice flour. Yeah. So then we'll just saute this. Keep mixing it. How long?
Until it like soften a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Reduced a little bit, right? Reduced it, cooked a little bit, and it's reduced in.
Looks pretty
size.
soft.
Yeah, it's a little bit softer now. So then we want it will come with some water. It will come out. Some water will come out from the daikon. Okay, it's good. It's good. It's okay. We want to reduce it. So we are going to add some chicken stock. And I want to add the juice that we have from the shrimp and the scallop, right?
Are you going to use all of it or just some of it?
How much water do you need? Usually it's like about every like level with the carrots, with the daikon. So that should be good.
Does it matter if you use like a smaller wok or a bigger wok? Although I suppose this is already a pretty big wok.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's how my mom showed me, and that's how I do it.
Okay. So you want to just barely submerge everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to cook it a little bit more. Just let it cook. Once it started to boil, maybe let it boil for another 2 to 3 minutes. Then it's good enough.
Okay.
You can see that the daikon become kind of opaque, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like an onion.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2 to 3 minutes after boiling, so it's good. And we want to use the water. We need the water.
Okay.
We need the juice from this to make the batter with the rice flour.
So I get the theme is we're reusing a lot of things, right?
Yeah, yeah. You want to use all the juice that you cook with. We have to cool this down first before we can mix it with the white flour.
Okay.
Right? Otherwise, it will cook the white flour too fast. Yeah. So we want to cool it down.
How are we going to do that?
How do we do that? Just let it cool.
Okay. So we need about 3 cups.
Yeah.
So we added some water and some leftover chicken broth to get it up to about 3 cups that we needed because we only had 2 cups earlier.
Yeah.
But we want it to be about room temperature.
Yeah.
So that it's
Cold enough.
it's chilled down.
Yeah. So then the way to do it is it's better to do it this way rather than adding the flour into the water.
Okay.
Kind of like your
making pasta?
cornstarch, right?
Okay.
It won't get lumps then.
Gotcha. Started.
So we mix the batter until it's smooth, right? And it's good.
Not
It's good.
clumpy?
Yeah, it's not lumpy. You don't want any lumps. Okay, good. We're going to come back here, right? We're going to mix all the ingredients now. Everything into the bowl. Mix the batter with the ingredients. Two special containers that work with the Instant Pot, and these are like cake pan.
Are they 9 inches across? About?
No, I think maybe 7.
Yeah.
My Instant Pot is 6 quart.
6 quarts?
And,
Okay.
yeah, 6 quart. And these are, I purchased these from the Amazon. and they come in just good for 6 quarts, or 8 quarts would be very good too.
Okay.
So then you scoop this up.
About half into each?
Yeah, this one is a little bit deeper, so we can put a little bit more.
Gotcha.
The one at the bottom.
So if you were gonna do this using a regular steamer, then you put it in special steaming containers and then steam it, right?
Yeah.
But since we're doing this one with the Instant Pot, we can just put it in these special ones.
So I put it in this carrier, and then it goes into the.
So
Instant Pot.
this carrier came from Amazon too, right? It
Right,
comes with
right, comes with the,
comes
the
with
whole
the
kit.
set. Okay.
2 cups of water for the Instant Pot. Okay. And then we drop this special thing in there.
So it kind of floats?
No, it sits in there.
It sits on the bottom, so the water is
Yeah.
all around the edge,
Yeah,
right?
right, right.
Okay.
We set it.
And forget. I'm just kidding. We don't forget.
Make sure this is closed, right? The pressure.
Yep, the valve is
and then
closed.
we're going to set it for an hour.
Okay. Manual cook?
Yeah.
Or
just
pressure,
pressure
manual
cook.
cook,
Pressure
okay.
cook high for an hour. Depends on your model. My model does it this way. But some models may have a digital. You can.
But
set-
basically,
Yeah.
it will pressure cook for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. And we're
Nice.
waiting for it to get done, and then we can eat.
So if you steam it, what do you have to keep checking?
If you steam it, you have to put water in and then put the cake on top and steam one cake at a time.
Right.
And then you have to watch the water not to evaporate all the water.
Right, because then you're just
you
heating
cannot steam.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So this way you don't have to watch it. You just
Okay.
set it and then go.
Okay, cool. We'll check back in an hour. It's cooked for about an hour on pressure cook, and it's been just natural releasing for about 11, 12 minutes. So we're just finishing up the pressure release.
Instant pie what? What are you talking about?
Do you have a like?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. What happened?
The water. Yeah. This one is better. The one at the bottom is
Yeah, this one's a little watery.
more water going into it. Some onion into it. Just make it looks a little bit more appealing, more colorful.
Mm-hmm. And then, so you can eat it just like this, like let it cool a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you can eat it just
Cool
like
down, yeah.
this, or you can cut it into strips and then pan fry it lightly.
Yeah.
And then that's how they do it in dim sum restaurants. How we do it sometimes, but my family typically, we just like to eat it as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how you make Lo Bak Go. White carrot cake. It looks good to me.
Huh?
It looks good to me.